Hi, my name is Tanya and I'm a sewaholic. Welcome back to Sew Tanschi, or welcome if you're new on my channel. I am joining the Friday Sews hashtag today, which is basically the same as the Sunday sewing catch-up, but on a Friday. And I have another video planned for this Sunday, so there is still a video going live on Sunday evening, but I thought I would also do a little catch-up this week in the form of a Friday Sews. So here we go. I will talk to you first about what I did this week, and I was rather productive in terms of sewing. I did one of the things that I told you I would probably do. Oh, there is a big thread. Oh no. And that is, I sewed up some cushion covers from this very cute cotton poplin fabric, and it has these embroidered flowers on it, and it is pink and white stripe. And I did a I don't know what this this closure type of thing is called, but I basically did two overlapping pieces in the back. Envelope, it's called the envelope technique, I think. And then I did a little ruffle around the edge, and I made two of these. One of them is on one of my breakfast table or breakfast in my breakfast nook on a chair, and one of them is on my sofa right now. And then I had some fabric left, and I made myself a little coaster which looks like this. I hope you can see it. Yeah. And it's basically just a little coaster for my sewing table, where I can put my beverage of choice, which is usually a cup of tea, but when it's too hot it's probably a glass of water. And I have made so many of these coasters in the past. Every time I just have some cotton fabric left that I really like, then I normally do a little coaster. And yeah, if you're interested in how to do this coaster, because it is a perfect scrap busting project, then let me know in the comments down below, so I can probably make a pattern for this and do a little YouTube tutorial as well. And then I have also made a little bookmark from this fabric as well, because I just love it. It is so super cute, and I will try to pop in a picture somewhere of the bookmark because I don't have it here. It is currently in a book. So that's number one that I did. And then I had some fabric left from a blossom dress by Fiber Mode, which is a viscose fabric. And let me show you what I did with this fabric. With the leftover piece of the viscose challis fabric that I got from Rainbow Fabrics, I made a little McCall's 7969, let me check, 7969, yeah, blouse. So I just did view A, so the red dress, and then I cropped it off and made a little blouse from it. And this is my third one now, because I realized I really do like the style of this wrap bodice here, the faux wrap, and the little peplum here, and it is the perfect piece to use for middle-sized pieces. So as I probably said, I can't remember, I had a bit more than a meter left, and what I usually do is that I make the sleeve a bit narrower and that's normally how I can get out all the pieces for this blouse. And the peplum is, I think, 22 centimeters wide in this case. And yeah, I put in a little label from Sew Anonymous in the back which says Stitch Witch, and I think this is one of my favorite labels. I really identify as a Stitch Witch, and I think the cool thing about this blouse is that you can put a label in the back for everyone to see, so it's not just on the inside. And I already wore it twice this week, I think, because it is super nice fabric, but it's also floaty, and I wore it with my new cowboy boots. Can't get my words out today. Yeah, that is one piece that I wasn't expecting to make, but it's just when I have some fabric in my stash, some leftover fabric from another project, I really like doing something with it as soon as possible, and this kind of blouse is a very good option for me. And I can also wear a little camisole top underneath if it gets cooler. So that was all the sewing that I did this week. And then my my first ever order from Beyond the Pink Door arrived, and I was so excited. I got 3 fabrics and a few labels, and I'm going to show you. Let's put this one here. I got very similar colors, very Tanya colors, I would say. Very green, also a bit of blue this time. Okay, so let me show you the fabrics. The first one was a real treat because it is a Lady McElroy cotton lawn fabric, and let me show you around. Does it go? It is this stunning cotton lawn fabric. It has big scale flowers on it, which I love. Then it has these vases, which I would totally take one of these vases as decoration for my home. I love them. And it has a very nice blue background. So I would say it's navy kind of color. And I just really love the color combination, and the print is so stunning. The big scale is very me, and I got 2.5 meters. And honestly, I'm not sure yet what to do with this one. I thought about a Marni blouse, which I will talk to you about soon. And yeah, but I'm not sure. I will test the Marni blouse first in another fabric, and if I really like it, then maybe this is going to be a Marni blouse. But I'm also thinking a dress, but I need something with not too many seams, so I can let the print do the talking, I think. Yeah, but that was the first fabric. Then this was quite often, oh my gosh, I really have a long piece of something here. This was a bit of an impulse buy. I just saw it when I finished my order and I basically needed it. It is a cotton jersey fabric. Again, very similar blue background and green leaves and flowers, tulips to be specific. And I love tulips in the spring. I mean, I love them always, but you can get them during spring. And I just fell in love with the colors of this fabric, and I always love a good cotton jersey. And I will probably do a Freya top by Tilly and the Buttons out of this one, probably the version with the roll neck, so that I can wear it now that it gets cooler. And I know tulips are a spring fabric, spring flower, but my boyfriend, he didn't recognize that tulips only flower in spring. So there are probably lots of people out there that don't know and wouldn't recognize if I would wear tulips during autumn. So that's probably what this is going to be, or not probably, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the Freya. And then I got some beautiful sweatshirting, and I already have this, or made this into a sweater, oversized sweater for myself, but in the brown colorway. I got it at my local store last year, and I saw that Andrea had this one in stock in a beautiful minty green color, and this fabric is so soft on the inside, and it was on sale on Beyond the Pink Door. So I got 1.5 meters of this one, and I want to make the Stella hoodie by Tilly and the Buttons, and I want to make it in 2 or 3 sizes bigger than I usually am, so it is nice and oversized. And I originally ordered the matching ribbing for this, and they forgot to pack it into my order, which mistakes are human, so that's really not a big deal. And it was super nice because I wrote an email to Andrea and the team straight away, and they got back to me after the weekend, and Andrea told me that they are going to send the ribbing off as soon as possible, so I guess it will be here soon, and then I can make my cozy little Stella hoodie. And then I got 2 packs of labels. We don't really have labels in Austria at the shops, so I most of the time have to order them. And these are the Little Rosy Cheeks labels, I think. This one is the Love Yourself Revolution. I think it's so cute. And you probably don't know, I have a tattoo on my ribs that says I love myself, because it was and it still is a hard journey for me to take myself as I am and love myself. Just, yeah, now it's out and I told you, but that's how it is, and I think it is for a lot of people. And so I thought the Love Yourself Revolution label is perfectly matching my tattoo. And yeah, and then I got one that is in a similar, or yeah, which is similar in terms of the message, which says I am unique. And the thing that drew me to this one is clearly the leopard print of the label. So yeah, I got these 2 label packs. And then what I did this week is I started sewing my Marni blouse. And let's just put all of that away. And you probably all know the Marni blouse. It is this one. And I started sewing it in the viscose twill fabric that I got from the fabric sales in Belgium, which is a beautiful, like retro kind of print. And that's how far I've come. I just started it yesterday, which yeah, I'm very curious to see how it turns out and if I will wear it and if it's my style. The viscose twill is okay to work with, but cutting out was a bit of a hassle. So the pieces are not all the right size that they should be. And I just pinned together the side panels to the main part of the blouse, and they don't really match up at the hem. So that's going to be a bit of improvising on this piece, I think. But so far so good. I am really looking forward to finishing it and seeing what it turns out to be. And then I'm pretty sure there was, I also dedicated some time to trace patterns and stick together patterns on Sunday, and I traced out the Marni, and then I also printed off the Ren jeans by Moon Fabrics, which is a free pattern. I printed them and then I sticked together all the A4 pieces and cut my size out, and that took me quite a long time. But this time I used the what is it called? The normal Uhu glue to stick all the pieces together, because normally I use tape, and I really have to say that I prefer the glue to the tape, and it is also more sustainable because then the paper is recyclable, and I will probably use glue going forward. So that was a good learning this week. And then what am I planning on doing during the next week? That is a very good question. I will finish my Marni, and then I am thinking about making the Freya top out of this beautiful cotton jersey, but honestly I'm not sure. There are a few fabrics in my stash at the moment that I want to use, and I am not sure if I am ready, for example, to tackle the Ren jeans project, because I'm a bit afraid of making jeans for the first time. But that may also be one of the projects that I cut out this week. And if the Marni works well, then I would probably like to do another one in a cotton double gauze fabric, because I expect that it would be super cozy for autumn and winter. Because it is long sleeved, high necked, I could wear like garments underneath if it gets super chilly in my flat. So I will maybe or maybe not make a little trip to the fabric store to pick up a cotton double gauze for a Marni blouse. But at first I have to check if I like the first version. So yeah, I think that's it. And oh, there is one more thing. I discovered the channel Stitch Rip Repeat, which is Helen, and I know that you probably all know her, but somehow her videos never showed up in my feed, and I basically binge watched a lot of her videos while sewing. She has the best laugh. I just don't know, I love her laugh, and she seems a super nice person, and I just really enjoyed watching her, and her personality is great. So that's something, and I will link her channel down below. That is something I discovered this week in terms of sewing. And then I wanted to ask you, because my partner and I were thinking about going on a kind of spontaneous trip to Dublin in October, and I wanted to just throw it out there and ask you if you have any recommendations for Dublin, especially in terms of fabric shops, of course, or cool haberdashery shops, or maybe you know a fashion museum, or cool secondhand and vintage stores, or cool pubs. That's everything. All your recommendations are very highly appreciated. We both have never been to Ireland before, and it seems that the flights are quite inexpensive in October from where we live, so that's probably something we're going to do, but it isn't booked yet. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my very first Friday sews, and I'm thinking about doing them more regularly, but let's see how many time I have, basically, how much time I have, grammatic, Tanya. And yeah, I just wish you a very nice weekend. I hope you have lots of time for sewing, and take care, guys. Bye.